back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another Prizepicks video, and today we will be doing both college football mixed in with a little bit of NFL. I wanted to do a full-on NFL video for Thursday Night Football, but the game is, in my opinion, trash because I think that the Chiefs would just walk all over the Broncos, so I don't want to be exposed to any Broncos props, so I want to throw in a college football play to kind of pair with either one of the two props. So let's get into it. The first one is Rasheed Rice over 30.5 receiving yards. The next one is Nick Bolton over 7.5 tackles and assists. And then last but not least, our college play is C.J. Donaldson over 13.5 fantasy score. Let's start off with Rasheed Rice. So Rasheed Rice, over the last couple weeks, he's been more and more involved in the offense. He's starting to get more snaps, and then he's also starting to get more of targets in his on his routes run. So over the last 3 weeks, last 3 weeks, he's been targeted 17 times, but since in the first 2 weeks, he's only been targeted 7 times. So he's starting to increase his targets as well. He's been targeted on 35% of the routes run, and that is Tyreek Hill's status. That is Devontae Adams' status as far as being targeted on routes run. And then he went over this line the last 3 weeks. He averages 10.2 yards per catch. So really, in essence, if he gets 3 catches at that clip of 10.2, he should be able to go over this line of 30.5. So I really like Rasheed Rice in this matchup. I also, if you guys are on the sports books, I also like Rasheed Rice to score a touchdown tonight. I think he gets in the end zone tonight, especially with a hobbled Kelsey. It may look to him to be more of a decoy and kind of get everybody else involved. Even though Kelsey will get his, but I feel like he's more of a decoy role because they have to game plan for him, and he is a Broncos killer. Ever since he's been in the league, he's torched the Broncos. I don't want to be exposed to any of his props just in case he re-aggravates his ankle or anything like that and has to miss time and get rebooted. I don't want to deal with all of that. So moving on to Nick Bolton. So Nick Bolton, he's finally come back. He's finally healthy. He is the leader of their defense other than Chris Jones. So he has over 7.5 tackles in every game except for 4 games, I want to say, in the last 2 years. He's played 2 games this year, and he's only missed that line once by 0.5. As you can see here, against Detroit and Jacksonville, he covered against Jacksonville. He missed by 0.5 against Detroit. Dating back to last year, he's only missed this line 3 times last year and missed 1 by 0.5, and other 2 were not even close. So I really like this. And he's also covered 3 out of the 4 times he's played Denver in his career. He's only missed 1 time against Denver. So I really like this prop. He is flying around the field. He's going to be everywhere tackling, and especially like early in the game once Denver try to establish the run game, because one thing that Kansas City has always been vulnerable to is rushing running backs that can run really well. So they're getting Javonte Williams back, and then they also have this young kid McLaughton. So if either one of those 2 guys breaks a couple runs, and they start to really get to running the football tonight and try to shorten the game and keep Kansas City's offense off the field, which I think that's their best route to win tonight if they are to win the Denver Broncos. So I really like his tackles at over 7.5. That could get bumped before game time to 8. So just be wary and try to get that in as early as possible. Last but not least, C.J. Donaldson. He is our college football play. So excuse me, guys, I'm getting sick here. Got a little cold, but I like C.J. Donaldson because he has scored a touchdown in every game except for 1, and that was week 2 against Duquesne. And he also averages 17 carries per game. So he will get a lot of touches. And then also they have their quarterback back, West Virginia. So he is like a dual threat quarterback. So he can rush it and he can throw it. So that kind of creates that that kind of dual threat ability, and then also opens up lanes for him to rush, especially if the quarterback's being able to find success early, rushing the ball. That's somebody they have to keep or key in on and pay attention to. So I really like his rushing yards, or actually no, not his fantasy score, but I think he gets over his rushing yards. But him being able to score a touchdown, that's why I like his fantasy more. And then also West Virginia has a major advantage in the run game. They are the fourth highest rushing team in college football, so they like to run the ball more than they like to throw the ball. And this is a great matchup for them because Houston's run defense ranks 92nd in rushing yards allowed and 97th in tackling. So they're a poor tackling team, as well as they can't stop the run. And then their offensive line outranks Houston 53 to 92 in line yards. So that they will get a lot of push up front from their offensive line to be able to open up big holes for him to score. So yeah, so those are the props that I really like for today. I go back through them. Rasheed Rice over 30.5 receiving yards, Nick Bolton over 7.5 tackles and assists, and CJ Donaldson over 13.5 fantasy score. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.